Firstly, thank you very much, Stella, for giving me opportunity to interview you for my YouTube channel and podcast.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
I thought to tell about you and the work that you are doing to my audience.
Yes, sure. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Stella. I'm a partnership developer for Female Switch. Female Switch is a social impact project, and we aim at bringing more women into the tech startup world. So those are the the big lines, let's say.
So, when you started it, what is your motivation and where are you from?
So I'm from France, but actually I'm not the founder. The founder is from Russia, and she started the company in the Netherlands. So it's quite international. Our team is all over Europe, and her motivation was that she has a lot of experience in the startup industry and in teaching, and she wanted to create something that she wished that she had as a woman in the startup world, because as you might know, there's quite a big gender gap. And so, yeah, finding her place as a woman in this tech startup world has not always been easy. That's why she wants to help future women and help creating female tech leaders.
So, when you start, when she started this, when this foundation started, is this non-profit?
Yes, it is a non-profit, and it was created last year, actually, during the pandemic. So it's quite unusual. A lot of companies have closed, and we created a non-profit in the in the pandemic. So yeah, it's quite unusual.
So, the aim and the motto of this company is to create more tech women entrepreneurs.
Exactly, exactly. We want to create more future female tech leaders, and our motto is that we want to help women to grow their inner entrepreneurs.
So, it's a free service.
It is a free service. It's completely free. Actually, we have our pilot starting next month, our second pilot, and we will take up to 50 women for a 4-week journey during which we will teach them everything about the startup world, how to create your own startup, how to launch it in Malta, because right now we're based in Malta. How to do SEO, how to create your landing page. We will teach them also about different technologies such as blockchain, and it's completely for free because our goal is really to impact as many women as possible. And yeah, unfortunately, a lot of formations and trainings are not free, but we really decided to be accessible to everyone. This is why we have no cost. And applications for the pilot are actually open right now because, as I said, we will take up to 50 women, but we really want to choose and to select from a pool of applicants. So the applications are starting right now until February 20th. So if you're interested, or if you know a woman who's interested to participate, feel free to share the info.
So this is for everybody, every woman who is from anywhere on this planet.
Anywhere in the world. Yes, definitely. The
So
only
how?
criteria is to be above 18 years old, because before this age, most countries are not legally allowed to start a startup. But after that, yeah, any women after 18 years old is welcome.
Tech tech companies.
Not necessarily. Obviously, we have a focus on tech, but if any woman has an entrepreneurship idea or who would like to try out startup life, is welcome to join. Even if they don't have an idea, there's actually no prerequisite except from the age and the motivation to learn.
So like you said, a event is going to happen in coming days. So what it is about?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Just now you said you are going to do a event with 50 women. So what
Mm-hmm.
it is going to be and what you are going to tell?
Okay, so the form is a simulation game. There will be two parts, one which will be more focusing on individual growth and theory. It will be called the skill lab, in which the women they can go and learn different skills through theory. And then there will be the game, for which they will have to play collectively and to apply those skills. In the game, they have to complete quests in order to get tokens. And those tokens will allow them to grow their startup because it's a play to earn in the sense that they will have to earn some tokens, just like they would do in real life, in order to level up their startup. And there's a lot of expenses that you have to have when you create your startup. For example, if you have an office, you need to pay for the office. If you want your startup to be compliant to certain laws, then you need to hire a lawyer for most cases, and this is not for free. So through the game, they will have to complete those quests in order to get the tokens that will allow them to scale up, to pay for the different expenses that they will have throughout the game. And it will be lasting for 4 weeks.
So
Also, something very important, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, is that they will be mentored by real life mentors who are people coming from different backgrounds, but who mostly have experience in startup or entrepreneurship or different professional experiences, and they want to contribute as well by giving some of their time in order to mentor our gamepreneurs. So this is actually the bridge with real life because it will be very digital, of course, but it's also nice if they get to be part of a community and if they get to be mentored by people who have maybe more experience than them that are willing to bring some of that experience to them.
So, a woman having without any entrepreneurship background, so they know nothing. So, how you are going to tell them?
We do that by giving very straight to the point advice. We don't want to go completely theoretical. We don't want to use any difficult words. We don't want to bombard them with concepts that they will end up forgetting after 2 weeks. We really want to give them straight to the point knowledge. Okay, which software do you need to use? Which software we're using and that we can recommend to you? We have partnerships, for example, with software such as Adalo or Integromat or Tilda that help you to build your website. And through our partnerships, the gamepreneurs will get to use those softwares for free during the whole duration of the pilot. And we will help them. We will help them to do those things. So it's very practical. That's also what the game allows. That is not only just theory, but it's also practice. They will do these things, and by the end of the pilot, they will come out with tangible results and tangible outcomes. They will have had a business plan, maybe they will have already strategy for marketing, and those things. It's very concrete.
So, what is the duration?
The duration is 4 weeks. It's going to be 4 weeks, and the workload is approximately minimum 5 hours per week. That's what we require minimum. But obviously, the more the better, because if you have to create a website, you probably know that it's not something that you can do over a few hours. So obviously, if you really want to thrive in the game, because it's also a competition, right? So the person who takes their startup the furthest or who earns the most token will get a prize. So the winners will get a prize, and obviously, if you want to win, then you need to commit a certain amount of time. But it's 5 hours minimum, and it will last for 4 weeks.
So, only for women.
Yes, it's only for women for now. For now, since we're also a smaller entity, we're also a startup ourselves. We cannot really, we really want to have a product that focuses on a specific group, and later we might expand it for men.
Awesome. So, this business is you're going to tell about the business online.
Mostly online businesses, but any idea is welcome. The fun thing is that since it's a game, you can really allow yourself to dream big. And I know about that. I can tell you about it because myself, I was a gamepreneur last year during the first pilot, and I had this crazy idea about 3D and tourism and using QR codes to go back in the past, and it was something that I knew that I had, let's say, no background in. I'm not a very hugely technical person, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun creating it, and you might discover yourself a new passion. So you're really welcome to just come try and yeah, build an idea, dream big, and see if you can build it from scratch as ever. And also adapt, adjust, get feedback by mentors, by other gamepreneurs. Because as I said, the very important thing that we want to build and focus on will be the community aspect.
So you want to help and you want to give service to people who are to the women who are all around the world. So what made you to do this to people who are into other countries?
Uh-huh. Actually, I think that since we're online, de facto, we're accessible to everyone. And our team is completely multicultural. We have people from France, from Italy, from Russia, from Netherlands, and we're not bound by any limitation. We're right now based in Malta. We're all over Europe. We were never really bothered by geographic location. As long as someone is willing to learn and to work, then they're of course welcome to join all around the world, obviously.
So this is going to be completely online, virtual.
Yes, it will be completely online. We have
Okay.
actually gamepreneurs who subscribed from the US already, from Bulgaria, from France. So yeah, we're completely online. This is a very cool thing that nowadays, we can do most things online because it makes such initiatives more accessible. And also for us, I think if it was not for the online, it would maybe not be as easy to reach out to that many people. But since yeah, we're doing it online, and a lot of women all around the world, there is this need for training, for someone who takes you by the hand and does the baby steps with you. This is really something that we can provide.
So what will be the process?
The process for the applications, you mean, or for the
Yeah,
game?
after
Yeah.
after registering in your site and what they are going to do.
Mhm. Mm-hmm. So you first need to go to the website, and there you have a few questions. You can apply, and you have a Google form with 10 questions about yourself, and then you can just fill the questionnaire, and we will come back to you, and then we will need to see because, as I said, the applications are open now until February 20th. So far, we already have over 50 women who have applied, and we're only going to take 50. So we expect 1 or 200 to apply before the end of the application. So we will have to see then how we're going to select the gamepreneurs who will be able to participate. And from March 7th, the pilot will be starting, and then the game and the quest and the team formation. And we very much advance. We very much go with the flow ourselves because since it's only our second pilot, we really try to adapt to build something very adaptable and to adapt on the feedback of the gamepreneurs. That's something that our platform allows us to do because we can actually adapt the game as we go. And yeah, a lot of things are still to be defined for us as well, but it will be, I think, very smooth and an easy process.
So what are the points that every woman who wants to start a startup need to put in their mind?
What do you mean exactly?
What are the things that they need to put in their mind in order to start a startup?
Oh, well, I think one a very important thing would be commitment. You have to be very committed to start startup because in the beginning things might not go as planned. They actually never go as planned. So you always need to be ready and resilient to fix mistakes from you or from your team. I guess it demands a lot of strength and commitment in the beginning, especially because maybe if you're a smaller entity, you will have to make yourself different from the others. You will have to fight a little bit more. You will have to fight for funding. You have to fight for so many things that I think you should be very committed. Not look at the time, which is something that comes, with the responsibility of doing, how can I say that, of working for yourself. It's not as if you were working for a company or for a boss that just gives you your tasks and a schedule, and after that, it's you're done and you can go back to your life. I think that when you build a startup, you have to understand from the beginning that it's like having your baby, right? Um, you always think about it, you constantly want to improve, there are constantly things that you need to do. You're fully responsible, but it's also a very rewarding experience in the end.
So different countries have different laws. If they want to start a company, so how you are going to tell them?
Exactly, that's a great question. Actually, our first pilot was focusing on the Dutch ecosystem because this is where we come from, this is where we founded our startup. So that's why we were able to give the best advice about the ecosystem, the startup ecosystem in the Netherlands. The second pilot is going to be about the Maltese startup ecosystem. So we always focus on a country. This year it will be Malta. Who knows what next year will bring?
So how many women are going to work for this?
For this pilot, we're thinking of accepting up to 50 women, but given the applications that we have received, because as I said, in the first 3 days we have received over 50 applications, we were considering increasing the capacity, but this is still something to be discussed. 50 is the number that we set so far.
I'm asking about how many are providing the service.
Oh, how many people are working
Yeah.
on the project? Okay, it's actually difficult to tell. It's very difficult to say because we're a team. I think we're 25 right now, but we actually have a startup which is completely different. It's a tech legal solution, and Female Switch is our CSR project. So it's a side project, and very few people are working full time on it. A lot of people work part time on Female Switch. For example, I work full time, but that's why it's a bit difficult to say because some of the team members are working full, some are working part, some are not working at all on it. But if I had to give a number, I would say we're about 10 to 15 people working on Female Switch.
Different countries have different time zones. So how you are going to manage?
Mm-hmm. This is another very good question. What we will do is that we really try to do as many, how can I say that, um, recorded things as possible. For example, the mentorship sessions, we're thinking about having our mentors giving availabilities for weekly group Q&A sessions for which the gamepreneurs can subscribe and ask them questions. Let's say that, for example, one of the mentors is available at 5 p.m. Malta time, while in the US that might be 9 a.m. or 12, or in India it might be another time. So an idea would be to record it so that the women who could not participate can at least watch it or maybe function with the chat where they can ask the questions beforehand and so on and so forth. But we really try to minimize the amount of live moments where everyone has to be connected because we realize that it's very difficult. Even when everyone is in the same country, it can be quite challenging because everyone has a different schedule. So we really try to tackle this through pre-recording a lot of things or post-recording a lot of things.
So this is not 24 by 7 service.
No, not now at least. In the future, this is something that we might consider doing, but for now, not. For now, we really function by pilot because since it's also the beginning, we like to use the pilot as a way to improve ourselves, to get feedback from our users in order to see how we can build and improve things.
So everybody from every country need to be ready in Netherlands time.
Not necessarily because, as I said, we really try to have as little live sessions as possible. So, so yeah, it's don't worry. If you have friends in India who want to participate, we'll always find a solution.
Definitely, there will be Indian women who will be watching and listening to this conversation. They will definitely check out, you know, because there are a lot of women who wants to get into it and don't know, they don't have guidance or they feel scared of how to
Yes.
start, how to, how to put their energies, where to put it.
Exactly.
there will be a lot of misguidance. So you are specially doing it for women, which means they feel very comfortable.
Exactly. Well, this is exactly why we do such projects to be able to help out women because, as you said, I think everyone could benefit from female switch. Honestly, even men. But for women, there might be things that could be more problematic. For example, women have a higher risk avoidance, so they're more scared to fail or more scared to generally less self-confident in business. So this is why our solution, we really want to, as I said, build a product that is specific to this to target those needs.
So if a woman from my country, from India, if she wants to start a company, so how you are going to guide them, in order, there will be a lot of things like registration and, if, uh, like you said, funding and the legal things.
Yes. So for this legal aspect, as I mentioned, this year we will be focusing on Malta and how to register your company here. What are the main steps that you should definitely take if you come from abroad and you want to set up in Malta? For India, unfortunately, as you said, we cannot do it for every country. So for this part, they will have to look for themselves. But I think that what we can definitely bring is the skills, the concrete skills that they will need to have in order to get famous, in order to attract audience, for example, before building your product, how to use social media to your advantage, how to market yourself. I think those are universal skills that you'll need wherever you are.
So can you tell more about your founder?
Can you please repeat it? If I can tell more about what?
Can you tell more about your founder?
About the founder. Okay. Violeta, so that's her name, Violeta Shishkina. She's from Russia. She came to the Netherlands for startup. Essentially for that, she had an opportunity to come to the Netherlands for that. I would say that she's a very bold person. She's very bold, very creative. She's definitely one of a kind person. She has 5 master's degrees in very different areas, so she's very, very curious. And I think that this project is really something that was close to her heart in the sense that, as I said, when she came to the Netherlands, she didn't necessarily have that much support. She tried to go to so many incubators and accelerators to find that, but in the end, I guess when she built Female Switch, she really was able to take all of her experience in startup and teaching in various incubators and accelerators that she has been part of and do something that would be able to mix all of this experience and only take the best to make the most out of a pilot. So yeah, she's a very driven person, and yeah, the whole team is very dedicated. But she's yeah, we can say that she's quite a serial startup startuper because she has this so we have Catching, which is our tech legal startup, and also Female Switch now. So yeah, I think it's very inspiring working with her, and it will be also very inspiring for the gamepreneurs to be able to participate to the pilot and meet such driven people.
So you said blockchain, majorly blockchain.
Yes, so there will be a module about blockchain, yes. A
So
short introduction.
okay, so for people who are into who wants to come into tech and who are already employed or who worked in different companies in some tech positions, so your service is going to benefit them and help them uh, in creating their own company.
Definitely, definitely. And more specifically about blockchain, I would say that the module that we're creating right now takes into account the fact that many people hear about blockchain every day. We hear so many things about crypto, about NFTs, but very few people actually know what it is, and even fewer people can actually explain what it is. It's made very difficult when it's actually not that hard to understand. And this module that we're designing about blockchain aims at just that, just educating people about the fundamentals and helping them having access to the tools that will help them further on. So through the module for blockchain, they will be able to look up transactions on the blockchain, find information about different cryptocurrencies and the projects behind them. They will be able to create their own wallets, mint their own NFTs, things that seem very difficult, but in reality are not. So our goal is really to help demystifying those things.
So in this 4 weeks and 5 hours a week, so what they are going to learn?
Can you please repeat your question? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you very well.
Like you said, in a week they will put 5 hours in a week, and it will be for 4 weeks,
Yes,
right? Right.
yes.
So what they are going to learn and what they are going to do after 4 weeks?
You mean after the pilot, what the outcomes will be? First of all, they will have acquired a lot of knowledge depending on the quests that they choose to complete, because there are several modules, but they can pick the modules and the quests that they want to complete. For example, they don't have to do the one about blockchain if they're not interested at all, but they can do the one about marketing, about SEO, about creating your website. They will be able to have basic knowledge in a lot of topics. They will be able to have already some tangible things. For example, a website that is GDPR compliant with the cookie policy, those types of things. And we will also provide them with a certificate at the end to for them to showcase the different skills that they have acquired.
So any business, if they want to start any business, you're going to help them.
Exactly, exactly. Any idea is welcome. As I said, the only prerequisites are being above 18 years old and being very, very passionate and driven and willing to learn and commit with time.
So after these 4 weeks, how your support is going to be for them?
After 4 weeks, actually, this is an amazing question because what Violetta has noticed from her experience in incubators and accelerators is that unfortunately, once the training is done, then that's it. There is nothing else, no more support, no more community. And this is why really I insist on the built-in community that will be in Female Switch, because this community will help them perhaps networking, maybe they will make business partners, maybe they will make friends, and we will also be there for them, for our alumni. From the first pilot, I, for example, got to work for Female Switch. There's another woman who was a lawyer, and now she's really considering becoming a smart contract programmer, so working in the blockchain industry. And we keep in touch with.
So so at last, for my audience who are listening to this conversation on podcast, can you spell your website name?
Yes, Female Switch, female, FEMALE, switch, SWITCH, like a light switch.
Femaleswitch.com.
Femaleswitch.com, yes.
So I'll put this web link in the description of this video on YouTube. People who finds our video on YouTube can see the website and the service that you're providing.
Amazing. Perfect, thank you.
So at last, as a service provider, as a person who are helping women around the world, what do you say about my videos? Have you seen any videos of mine on YouTube?
Yeah, actually, I have seen a video with another French lady. She was from France. I can't remember her name though. I think it's really cool that you do that. I myself have also a podcast channel, and I know that it can be quite tough. I admire the fact that you do so many videos because you seem to be posting quite a lot, quite frequently. I would say keep going, never stop. It's great. It seems to be your passion. So yeah, continue.
So I did masters in software engineering and graduation in computer science and engineering. So I'm doing these interviews to tell that yeah, we all are connected, and we all are human beings, and we all do different things on different places of this world.
Yeah, yeah, I know, exactly. Anyways, I think it's very important for each of us to find their drive, find their passion, find their why, their purpose. And I'm very happy if some women who want to participate in the pilot find theirs and find that they're made for that, if they're made for starting their own company and grow themselves, grow their inner entrepreneur. We really like to say that because we think that each of us perhaps has an entrepreneur deep inside of us, but we need to feed them, we need to grow them, to give them experience, we need to take care of them, and hopefully this is what we can bring to women all around the world.
So uh, I hope a lot of people will get benefit because of the service that you're providing. I'm sure a lot of women steps out from their comfort zone and start their own businesses, and you will be the reason for that.
Hopefully, yes. Thank you for helping us impacting.
So thank you too. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Of course, feel free to.
Can I also put this audio and video clip on my podcast, website, internet,
Yeah,
social
feel
media,
free to
everywhere
share
with your
it.
permission?
Feel free to share it anywhere.
Yeah, thank you, Stella. Keep doing what you love.
Same for you, Sai. Have a
Yeah,
great evening. Thank you very
yeah.
much for this time.
Bye.
Bye.